Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 11 on set theory. In this lecture also we will discuss some basic set identities. We have discussed several set identities in previous lecture. Today we are going to discuss two more set identities in this lecture. The first one is absorption laws. The identities given by this A and B represent absorption laws of set theory. So suppose we have two sets A and B, then if we consider union of set A with A intersection B, then we will obtain set A. That means here set B will be absorbed. That is the reason why these laws are known as absorption laws. Similarly, other identity can be obtained by replacing union by intersection and intersection by union in this identity. So we obtain A intersection A union B equal to A. So we can try to prove any of these two absorption laws. So we have discussed what is distribution law in previous lecture. It says that if we have A union B intersection C, then this can be written as A union B, union of A with B, intersection, union of A with C. So using this distribution law, we can prove this absorption laws. So suppose we try to prove this, we consider left hand side, it is union of A and A intersection B. So by distributive law, we can rewrite this as, first we consider union of A with A, then we write this intersection, then we consider union of A with B. This is A union B. Now A union A equal to A, this is idempotent law, intersection A union B. Now we know that A union B always contains set A. So we know that A is subset of A union B. So because A is subset of A union B, their intersection is set A. So therefore we have proved this first absorption law, A union A intersection B equal to A. Similarly we can prove second one. Suppose we try to prove second one also. In second one, here we have to replace union by intersection and intersection by union. So here also we apply distributive law. First we consider A intersection A, then we consider this union, then A intersection B. This is by distributive laws or identities representing distributive law. Here also we should mention what we are using by distributive law. This is equal to intersection of A with A is A itself, union A intersection B. Now here we are considering union of A with A intersection B, and we know that A intersection B is always contained in A. Therefore this is equal to A because A contains A intersection B. So their union is set of all points inside A or set of all points inside A intersection B and set of all points inside both the sets. So this is equal to capital A. The second laws which we are going to discuss are De Morgan's laws. De Morgan's laws are written using complement operation. We are familiar with the complement of set A. complement of a set A is set of all points which are not in A. So first De Morgan law says that complement of union of A and B equal to intersection of complement of A and complement of B. Similarly, complement of A intersection B equal to complement of A union complement of B. First we prove this first De Morgan's law. So here we will prove that these two sets are equal if they are subsets of each other. So first we show that this set is subset of this set, and then we will show that this set is subset of this set. So first we prove that complement of A union B is a subset of intersection of A complement and B complement. That means we have to show that every element of this set is present in this set. So we start by taking any element in the complement of A union B. Let X be any member or element of complement of A union B. Then by the definition of complement, X is not a member of A union B. A union B means the set which contains elements of A or elements of B or elements of both the sets. Now X is not in the union, that means X must not be in A as well as X must not be in B, because if X is in A, then X will be in the union. Similarly, if X is in B, then X will also be in the union. Now if X is not an element of A, then X must be the element of complement of A. Similarly, X is not in B implies X must be in the complement of B. Now X is present in A dash and B dash. That means X is present in their intersection, A dash intersection B dash. So we started by taking any X in this set A union B dash, and we show that X is present in A dash intersection B dash. Therefore we have shown that complement of A union B is subset of intersection of complement of A and complement of B. Now conversely we show that this set is also subset of this set. So now we prove that A dash intersection B dash, there is no need of bracket here, is subset of complement of A union B. So similarly we again start by taking any element in the intersection of A dash and B dash, and we will show that it is in the complement of A union B. Now X is in the intersection of A dash and B dash, that means X is present in A dash as well as in B dash. Therefore X cannot be in A and X cannot be in B. Now if X is not present in A as well as in B, then X cannot be in the union of A and B. Therefore X must be in the complement of union. So we had taken X in A dash intersection B dash, and we show that X is present in in the complement of A union B also. Therefore A dash intersection B dash is subset of complement of A union B. So we give this number 2. So in number 1 we show that complement of A union B is subset of complement of A intersection complement of B, and here we have shown that intersection of A complement and B complement is a subset of complement of A union B. So because both the sets are subsets of each other, we can say that they must be equal. Complement of A union B equal to A complement intersection B complement. Similarly, we can prove second part, complement of A intersection B equal to A complement union B complement. So now we want to prove that complement of A intersection B dash must be equal to A complement union B complement. This we want to prove in this second part. Here union is replaced by intersection, here intersection is replaced by union. So first we show that this set is subset of this set. So for that we start by taking any element in the complement of A intersection B. So because X is in the complement of A intersection B, X must not be in A intersection B. Now X is not in A intersection B if X is not in A or X is not in B or X is not in both the sets. So this implies X is in A dash or X is in B dash. Therefore X is in the union of A dash and B dash. Therefore we have shown that complement of A intersection B is a subset of A complement union B complement. Here also we can give this number 1. Now we take any element in this union and we show that it is present in this set. Let X belongs to A dash union B dash. Then X is in A dash or X is in B dash. Now if X is in A dash, then X cannot be in A, or if X is in B dash, X cannot be in B. So X is not in A or X is not in B. That means X cannot be in the intersection. For X to be in the intersection, X must be present in both the sets, but here X is either not present in A or it is not present in B. That means X is not present in both the sets, therefore X is not in the intersection, and that means X must be in the complement of intersection. So therefore this set A dash union B dash is a subset of complement of A intersection B. So we give this number 2, and from 1 and 2 we have shown that A intersection B dash and A dash union B dash are equal sets. So this is second De Morgan's law. So in this way we have discussed different basic set identities in this lecture as well as in previous lecture, and we will remember all these important basic set identities or this important set algebra laws. So this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.